Hi Aaron, and thanks for taking the time to meet with me today. I understand you have a few questions which you'd like me to answer, and as such, I went ahead and prepared this presentation to accompany my written documentation, and I think you'll find it explains exactly what you're interested in. Before I begin, I'd like to point out that any references in the video presentation portion of this project are included in MLA format in the References or Works Cited section of this assignment. Having said that, let's begin with qualifying a lead and why it's important to the sales process. BalanceCareers.com, a website who helps business people in their career development, describes perfectly what qualifying a lead is and why it's important. They state that qualifying is the process that allows you to find out whether the lead is actually a prospect is somebody who has the potential to become a customer, or conversely, leads being just potential prospects. If you don't qualify a lead and prospects, you may be wasting your time with somebody who literally can't buy from you. What they're saying with this is that qualifying a prospect is basically just the process of ensuring the person or people you're speaking to have the potential to become a sale. With all the businesses and organizations in Canada, it's easy to find yourself trying to sell a product to somebody who doesn't need it. For example, imagine deciding between two people you wish to sell a truckload of ice cream to, but you only have the time to discuss it with one of them. Do you open discussions with the child who is jumping up and down with excitement, or the adult who is holding their wallet? The process of choosing which one to speak to is essentially qualifying the prospect. Do they have the money, authority, and desire to purchase from you? Qualifying is the way to find out. If you approach the child, you'll find out they have the desire to purchase, but no money and no authority to do so. However, if you approach the adult, they will have the desire, authority, and the money to do so. Qualifying your prospects ensures you have this information beforehand in order to make an educated decision on whom you spend your time and effort on. Without qualifying, you'll waste a lot of time and effort only to find out the sale isn't happening. Now, let's discuss how you qualify a prospect. Qualifying a prospect prior to taking the time to meet with them involves asking questions in order to gather as much information as possible. It's important to have a set list of questions which you can utilize across all prospects in order to be efficient and professional. The goal is to answer the question, does the prospect meet the MAD requirements? MAD, meaning do they have money, authority, and desire to become a sale? Questions would include, who else is part of this decision-making process, in order to ascertain whether or not they have the authority to make the decision? What are you hoping to accomplish with this new partnership, in order to understand if they have the desire to purchase from you? What are you choosing to look for in a new agency or vendor? To understand if the client has special motivation or an increased desire to become your client. When do you hope to get started? Which is an excellent way to probe into whether the client has the money to begin now, or if they're looking to begin in a month, a year, or more when the funds become available. Answering these questions and confirming if they have the MAD qualifications is the key to determining whether the lead or prospect is qualified to become a sale. In fact, Dictionary.com states that the definition of qualifying is to provide with proper or necessary skills, knowledge, or credentials. And essentially, this is exactly what you need the lead or prospect to do. Provide the credentials that prove they can become a sale. In summary, we can again use the ice cream truck example. Qualifying the child versus qualifying the adult, and judging who is the better use of your time and efforts to make the sale is what qualifying your prospects is all about. And although you will often get a client who is jumping up and down with excitement at the thought of buying your ice cream, they won't always be the ones who are able to be sold to. And this, in short, is why the qualifying process is so important to life as a salesperson. Time management and using as much data as you can to maximize sales all boils down to spending your energy on the right targets. Thank you.